there, this time we take on the mighty Cape York, an incredible drive. Will we make it or will we kill the van? Good morning! This morning we're saying farewell to Cooktown and we're heading north. We're going into the Lakefield National Park and we're pretty excited about some of the stuff that we're going to be seeing. So we're going into Cape York proper now. What do you think, Nige?
What do I think? Well, we're going to new territory, so it's always cool when we're going someplace we haven't been before. So yeah, bring it on.
So this is Isabella Falls. You can see the road coming down there, and then here's where the water comes. So we've just got on to the beginning of the gravel road and it looks like the red dirt's about to start.
Red dirt.
Welcome to Cape York.
That's almost like a switch.
And you can see all the dirt like in the trees and everything. We're on the rough dirt road now. We've just let the tyres down, which means that we can drive a little bit easier on these roads. So, but this is what the road's like. You can probably hear it.
Oh, this looks like a water crossing.
And now we're about to cross over the Normanby River. Look out for crocodiles.
Quite deep.
And it's quite deep.
That's cool.
So here's some of the guys that are doing this bike ride all the way to the top. Apparently it's taking them 11 days. Pretty epic. So we're just coming into Rinyirru or Lakefield National Park. We've come off the main road, if you can call it that, and we're heading down this little sandy track now to the Horseshoe Lagoon, which is one of the first national park camp spots. But we just thought we'd come down. It's about 2 kilometres down this very sandy road, so Nige has engaged four-wheel drive.
Might need to go for another swim. You good?
I don't think you can swim there.
No, you can't.
No, there's crocodiles, babe.
Good. There's a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah, good to see.
Wicked. So we're at the Laura River here and we've caught up with the folks on their bikes. This must be as far as they're going today, maybe. I don't know. But there's also crew sitting in the river having a beer. There's the biker. G'day, folks. You can have a swim there, babes, if you're game to stop in that. So here we are in our luxury campsite, otherwise known as a gravel pit on the side of the road. We've just pulled up here for the night and now we are enjoying a nice cold beer. Good morning. This is where we stayed last night. We are on the road in the, well, we've just come just outside of the Lakefield National Park. And we stayed last night. This is just a little free camp, and basically it's just by the side of the road. So there was us here. We had a neighbour over there. We are all packed up and ready to leave. We're going to drive back across the river, where I unfortunately missed the filming yesterday. And we've met up with this new friend, Steve. We're actually going to do some aerial filming. So he's got a drone, so we're going to film both our vehicles going across this river with the drone. So that's exciting. I really want to get a drone. Corrugations.
Well, this is a good one right here. It's like, I'm not liking it. But most of the time you can't even talk because it's that loud. This is actually a good stretch. Yeah, we're gonna. Wanted to make a decision, I think, today. Are we going to push on, or are we going to make the call to eat humble pie and head back? An uneasy feeling. We're just trying to keep the speed where we can go over the corrugations without getting stuck in them. Just trying to get that happy speed.
How fast are you driving though?
I'm going 65 at the moment. But it's those real big, thick, deep ruts that this van's not designed to handle those real deep corrugations.
We are camped up at the Calpower Crossing campsite and there's so many crows here, and poor Nigel, he doesn't like crows, so he's a bit grumpy. I'm trying not to laugh. I think he heard me. How do you like the campsite?
What do you whisper about? Fucking crows. Does that answer your question? Fuck. The serenity. After that jaw jangling drive in, shut up.
So we're going down to check out this ford over the river. And maybe we'll even get lucky and see a crocodile. Or We then have to really run, so... Wow, it's a fair old river. And of course it's like 30 something degrees today, so it's super hot. And all we want to do is jump in this water. But we can't, because crocodiles everywhere. We've just walked a little bit further along the river. It looks so cool, but, you know, that big crocodile could be here. Good morning. This morning we have just woken up here in the National Park campsite, Cow Power Crossing, and we're listening to some really incredible bird songs this morning. Other than crows. There's actually some really nice ones. We're just going to have a quick breakfast and then we're going to go out and do the nature walk. So I'm really excited to see what we see on that too. What's for breakfast, Nigel?
We're going to have some baked beans. Bit of protein. Now that's the sort of bird life that we're not so attuned to. Anyway, have some beans and then go for some exercise, go for a walk, see if we can spot some awesome birds.
This is a really well-formed trail on the Cow Power Discovery Walk, and we're seeing some really beautiful birds, some interesting plants, and yeah, just learning a lot about this area. So we're actually walking on the floodplain, and there's a marker in the campsite that shows the water level. So during the wet season, this whole area is underwater, which is pretty amazing. So in the dry season, all that's really left of all of the rivers is these water holes, which obviously attract a lot of bird life and wildlife. But I really love these water lilies that we're seeing everywhere. Didn't really expect that up here in Cape York, but they're beautiful.
So there's the front door. Just incredible that a tiny insect en masse can make such a huge structure. Incredible. They're quite hollow, obviously. And then is anybody there? Is anybody there? Hello. Oh shit. Oh shit.
We're at the Han River crossing and we're just spying on this heron here. We've become real bird watchers, Nige.
Yeah, he's doing a spot of fishing.
Oh, there he goes. Over onto the other bank. This is an easy river crossing because it's a concrete ford. Through the Lakefield plain, which is pretty barren, apart from these termite mounds. We thought there were going to be really giant ones here, but they're not that big as yet. A couple of interesting trees there. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, there's some tall ones. Where old mate's coming out. We've just left the road to come and check out this little oasis. There's a tiny bit of water there and a couple of water lilies. And these big, like those big bottle trees. There's a water hole. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
What a magic spot.
Cool. Oh, guess what? More rubbish. How cool is that tree?
Tree's so cool. We stopped here for lunch. We are in the Knifold Plain. We couldn't find it on any map, so just as well there was a sign that told us where it was. And we've stopped by this gorgeous waterhole. We're a little bit disappointed we didn't see a crocodile. Kind of disappointed / glad. But what the Knifold Plain is really known for, all of these termite mounds. And as far as the eye can see, there's just these termite mounds. And some of these termite mounds are really massive. As you can see, it's taller than me. Not quite as tall as the van. That's one hell of a big bird. It's a wedgie.
Wedgie. Flying it. God. How cool is that? Look at him. Oh, what a beautiful bird.
We have just left Musgrave Roadhouse and we're actually driving on the PDR now, the Peninsula Developmental Road. First time we've been on this road, and the section that we're driving on at the moment is, well, there's roadworks going on here, so they're actually working on paving it. It's not paved at the moment, but it's not too bad, is it, Nige?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's alright at the moment. Yep.
Yeah, every time we make a comment about the condition of the road, it tends to deteriorate, so we'll see how we go. But this is what it looks like.
It's like a highway.
So we're in the camp, lit a fire.
Apart from the road trains, we've got.
From the road trains. What are these animals making noises?
As soon as you get the camera out, they show. Oh, what is that? It's a big bull, eh?
I have never heard a cow making a noise like that. I don't know what that is. I think it's a bunyip.
It's a babadook.
A babadook. Or a wild pig.
We had fire. We watered it away with fire. Go. Fire and stick. I kill you. No, I run.
Good morning. This is the campsite where we stayed last night, and I'm really surprised that we were here on our own all night. It's a really cool little, just a little area off the main roads. We just drove in down here and we've just parked up, and we are going to be continuing on. So our first stop this morning will be in Cohen. And hopefully there'll be somewhere where we can stock up on some food there. We really need some fresh fruit and veggies. And then we're going to continue on and just see how far we get today. This overcast day continues, which is a real novelty because we've had nothing but sun. We just stopped off here and we had some lunch. So we're at the intersection where the road turns off. So up that way goes to the west coast and Weipa, and this way goes to the tip. So this is a pretty iconic sign here, and there's 357 kilometres to the tip. I reckon we'll get to Bramwell Junction today, 108, and then hopefully the next day get at least to Bamaga. Nigel just commented that it's like Mars, the red planet. The dust is so red and all the grass off to the side is red.
Corrugations red.
So we're seeing a couple of these little dips that are really dangerous. Obviously, as there's a couple of like dead cars off to the side.
Yeah, hit those at pace and there goes your suspension.
For the last few minutes we've been noticing bicycle tyre tracks in the track. You'll notice that we're actually driving not on the road but on the track on the side of the road because the road is that bad. So this is those cyclists that we saw the other day back at Isabella Falls.
Why would you?
We're really wondering why they would.
Broken asses by now.
Keep going, legend! Good morning, everyone. We are this morning in Bramwell Junction. So this is the junction where the road splits and the adventurous people, or the nutters, go up the old telegraph track, and the other people, the slightly less adventurous, go up the bypass road. Now, Nigel hasn't heard this news that I just heard yet, so let's watch his reaction. Old mate, we just filled up with fuel. We paid $2.05 a litre, which is nuts. Normally it's like $1.30. And old mate in the fuel station just told me that the road, the bypass road, is horrible and that some of the corrugations are 250 mils deep.
Is that even possible?
That's what he said.
250?
250 mils.
Jesus.
It's like 25 centimetres.
That's
10 inches.
Yeah, that's like, well, yeah, ain't going to happen if that's the case, because they were like, I think 3 inches at best the other day when they were nasty. So that's about 70 to 80 centimetres. What was it?
250.
That's 4 times that.
It's horrible.
Oh, fuck that. You can censor that if you want, but Jesus. Really?
That's what he said. But the good news
I was hoping you might have said it was graded.
The good news is, it's not all like that. That's what he said. It's not all like that.
Oh, so in other places it's like 100. Oh, God. It's like the last bastion, isn't it?
Are we mad to even be trying this? But this year it's particularly bad.
Yeah, that's what happened to the previous vehicles.
Yeah, look at that.
Radiators fall out.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Wheels fall off.
We're being lulled into a false sense of security with this bitumen here, but we can see the monster up ahead. And here we go. Road conditions getting worse and worse by the minute. Okay, folks, we have been defeated.
Yeah, down but not out.
Yeah.
But we're a bit disappointed. We're very conscious of the fact that, as is the case with climbing to the top of a mountain, you got to get back down. And look, we just couldn't do this. What is it, 250 k's of this on the way up, and then consider having to come back down the same 250 k's of nasty. It's just, and we're getting a warning sign on the dash of the vehicle, which I don't know what it is, but then it sort of intermittently went into limp mode, so nothing on the accelerator. So that's the van telling us enough's enough, I've had enough. We've kind of had enough too, so we're going to have to make that judgment call. I mean, you can try and pick your line, but then you hit a wall of it. It's like a minefield, and we're just not able to dodge the minefield all the time, and you just get absolute shit kicked out of you. And yeah, we're going to end up wrecking the van. Wow. Yeah. You know, that's close to 250 mil.
So we're just sticking in this track on the side of the road, the sugar track or chicken track, whatever you want to call it, which itself is not great, but it doesn't have the massive corrugations that they have over there. Good morning, friends. Well, it's not actually a very good morning because we are stuck here. The van will not start. We now have a flat battery and the van won't start. So
plan of attack.
But the bad news is we've got no phone reception, so we can't call the RACQ. So we are parked on a little bit of a hill. If we can push the van enough to get it moving, then maybe we'll be able to jump start it.
We'll get going. It's just a case of how we get going. But the problem is we almost got the thing rolling down the hill, and then the rear wheels got stuck in the grey water mush. So yeah, we're going to have to try and get it through that, and then we should be okay. So let's rock it. Put that thing under.
So in an effort to lighten the van, Nigel has decided to drop all of the water. We are about to head into town to fill up, so there's a lot of weight in the water. Okay, we've dropped the water and we've also removed a whole bunch of stuff out of the back of the van. Now let's see if we can actually push it enough to get it going. So the good news is, it worked! Yeah, so we jump started, the van's going, Nigel's gone down the hill, so I assume he's going to turn around and come back. There wasn't many places to turn around there, so I'm not sure exactly what he's going to do. I'll wait here with the stuff and I'm sure he will come back. So here he comes, the van's going. So here we are, we're back from Cape York. We're actually recording this a few weeks later, and we just wanted to let you know some of our thoughts on the trip and how we're feeling now about having to turn back. I really think that we made the right decision, given that there were a couple of things that we had to repair on the van once we got back.
Yeah, namely the pantry door that I'm touching now, the catch snapped off, a few cosmetic things, tightening up a whole bunch of the bolts into the bed.
And you know, we had such an amazing time when we were up there and saw some really incredible scenery, and overall I think the experience was really awesome and a really positive one. And what we've taken away from it is we've kind of learned a bit about the limitations of the van. While it is four-wheel drive, it can get us a lot of places, but it's also our home and we don't want to destroy our home. And I'm just all excited about getting the Land Cruiser ready to go back up there another time.
Whilst we didn't get to see the tip this time round, it's unfinished business, and we'll be back. But yeah, the preservation of their home on wheels was the priority.
What kind of kept coming back to me was it's about the journey, not the destination. So we could have kept going just to, you know, tag the tip of Australia and just to
get a few ego points.
And get a photo.
Yeah, completely destroy what we're sitting in right now. The tip waits for us. Now it's kind of incentivised me to get the Land Cruiser up to speed. It's kind of a halfway through project at the moment.
So yeah, that's it. There you have it. We hope that you enjoyed watching our journey up to Cape York as much as we enjoyed doing it. Please don't forget to like this video, drop a comment down below. If you've got any questions at all, pop them in the comments box. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you'll be notified next time we upload a video. Thanks for watching.
Cheers, troops.